Anthony Nichols, and today we're going to be doing a spring clam chowder. And the reason why I call it a spring clam chowder is because we're going to be using ingredients that are not customary to your clam chowder, which is potatoes, bacon, chives, and heavy cream. Just using a little bit of celeriac or celery knob, cooking that down in a little bit of milk, and just pureeing that. And that's going to be added to the base of the soup, which is going to give it that texture to make it something a little different than your usual clam chowder. So let me just drink a little personality down and we'll get this started. So first what we want to do is we want to get a hot pan going. And we want to put in a little bit of olive oil just to coat the bottom. Shallots, scallions, a little bit of brunoise carrots, which means small dice. And we're going to mix that up in the pan and just get that going, get the flavor going. You just want to sweat, basically, is what cooks call it. It just means just activating the flavors, getting some of that water out. We want to season with some pepper. We want to put in salt. We just want to move it around and pay attention to it, babysit it. Okay? And as those flavors are starting to come together, we're going to give it a few minutes. Now I have my garlic here, but we don't want to add garlic in right away because you don't want garlic to burn. We'll add a little bit of garlic, shaved on a mandolin. It smells great, it's already starting to come together. And this is going to be the basis of this clam chowder. Now what we're going to do is, as this is coming together, we're going to put in a little bit of fish stock and the clam juices that were reserved when we shucked the clams. We bring that to a boil. Now, the misconception with soups is that we put everything in a pan and just kind of let it cook. However, soup is about developing the flavor individually, cooking your shallots individually, cooking your scallions individually, cooking your garlic individually, and it's about developing those flavors and then coming together at the right time. Now the main component of this dish is celery root. What we have is celery root cooked in milk. Very simple. Put it in a pan, dice up the celery root, add some milk, maybe 20 minutes, and then we're going to just puree it. We will add the puree. Mix that up. I like to add a nice strong butter in there. Basically what I'm using is Kerrygold Irish butter. Has a beautiful fat consistency and a great color. We're going to add a little bit of whole milk. Oftentimes it's very difficult to find good milk. If you can find a nice grass-fed bottled milk, I like to use Adirondack Farms in New York. Just slow it down just so that it's not boiling and rushing, so when you add the clams in, they're not going to seize. We're moving it around, the flavors are going to be there. As it's starting to come together, the flavors are becoming their own. We'll add a little more olive oil just to give it a little touch. As you can see, our clam chowder is coming together. I'm going to add this whisk to help to emulsify it, and that's going to help bring together the celery root and the milk that is coming together because of the high temperatures. We're just going to continually whisk, and we're going to play with our fire. Lower our temperature down. Continually whisking, bringing it all together. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to slowly add the clams, gently, adding some of their juice. And now we're going to mix it together. And basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off my heat. Now that our clams have been resting inside the warm broth, we're ready to plate. We'll take a nice ladle full of the clam chowder. Have your bowl. All of the goodness is in there. We're going to garnish with a bit of scallion and a little bit of my favorite Maldon sea salt.